Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Modded Fallout 4 with Rex 2. Move that phone out of the way. Last thing we want is miscellaneous speaker noise. Everybody wait here.
Okay, boss. I'll just wait here, alone. On my heavily armed...
Be quiet, Raoul. I love Raoul, but sometimes I just want to thump him.
Hey there. Did you
Hello,
take
Steven.
care of Billy and his gang?
All decapitated, yes.
Kicking ass out there, kid. At this rate, I'm gonna be out of contract soon. But don't worry, there's plenty of work left. Come back when you're ready.
Okay, so this should be
There's
the
a
one.
bounty in Westside. You ready to work?
Yes. Do you know anything about somebody called the Judge?
Yeah, I know about him. He's a fucking butcher and a pederast. Some people don't believe he exists, but he's quite real. He's close to 7 feet tall and stronger than any man alive. I saw him rip a man's jawbone out and bludgeon him to death with it.
Ouch.
I don't like to admit it, but I worked with him on one job. It's the worst mistake I made in the course of my career. I'm no stranger to killing, but that maniac actually enjoyed it. We were supposed to acquire a man who had fled to the NCR, but things went wrong. I was watching the door when the judge went inside to haul the target out, since we were supposed to get him alive. Soon after, I hear the shotgun go off and a kid screaming bloody murder, so I run inside. There was blood everywhere. He had shot the man and then scalped him before I could blink. He was just standing there, grinning. He turned and grabbed the target's child, little red-headed boy. That's when I shot him. I shouldn't say any more. Are you ready to work or not?
I am. I know what happened.
Good.
So,
Before we delve into this bounty, I'm going to give you a quick history lesson. Now, stop rolling your eyes, damn it. This relates to the job. I'll assume you're unfamiliar with the regulators. In the eastern U.S., regulators are idealistic vigilantes, hell-bent on killing bad guys. However, in the core region, regulators are a very different breed. They're basically thugs who force businesses to pay protection money. They're authoritarian gangsters, really. This relates to your bounty because the target is a Western regulator by the name of Dallas Courtright. Recently, Dallas drifted into Westside and appointed himself sheriff and de facto dictator. He's taxing commerce and breaking heads left and right. In light of this, a collection of concerned citizens has contracted us to convince Sheriff Courtright to leave, by any means necessary. This is an unusual contract in that you don't have to kill or capture the target. Just convince him that leaving is in his best interests. If
Fair
he's a
enough.
stubborn ass and you have to let the lead do the talking, so be it. Just get him out of Westside. Good luck.
fair enough. That actually gives you a little bit of background. The regulators in the east that he's talking about are the guys from Fallout 3. And the ones you can join by taking the... I don't remember the exact name of the perk.
Right behind you, boss.
But, oh, the teleporter. The Western regulators were actually a faction... Oh, nope, wrong button. Take me home. They were actually a faction from Fallout 1. And I think they were Fallout 1, and I think they were supposed to also be in Fallout... the original Fallout 3, which is called Van Buren. I don't remember where location 2 is. Let's go to the gun runners. Close enough to West Side. But they were supposed to be in, I think they were supposed to be in Van Buren, and there was supposed to have been a war between the Western regulators and the NCR. The NCR being the let's have a war with them of the day, because everybody's fought with them. The Brotherhood, the regulators, basically everybody. If you were big enough, you picked a fight with the NCR, and most of them lost. Ask the great cons how well picking a fight with the NCR goes. But they were exactly what he said they were. Thugs and villains and villainous rapscallions and scoundrels. I think I'm actually taking it a long way around now that I think about it, but that's alright. It's not actually as long as it might seem. Plus, we might get to shoot some fiends along the way, and that's always a fun time. So basically, the Western regulators are... Wow, that's loud thunder. The game can't decide whether it wants to be daytime or nighttime or what it wants to do. But it looks like it might rain in the Mojave, which is kind of surprising. I haven't seen a single sandstorm since I started playing this game. Or playing this save of it. It's kind of odd. Anyway, like I said, started to say Western regulators are bad mojo. They're very not nice, and they tend to want to remind you that they are not nice as often as possible. I believe that's actually a historical reference to the regulators from the actual Old West in and around Johnson County, who were literally thugs for hire, selling out to the highest bidders available. And Fallout just sort of latched onto that and added them into their own. Is that west? I think that's west side over there. So, yeah, just latched onto them and made them their own. Not that they don't fit in with the rest of Fallout. They're just... That's just the lore behind them. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. We're approaching the Thorn, and there are fiends around here, so... I'm going to break out my gun. That's a World of Pain area right there. And the Monte Carlo Suites are... Yeah. Right, so let's be careful here. Excuse me. We should be coming up on the south side of the Thorn, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we're safe. Here we are. Yep, there's the Thorn there. Alright, we could have reached this from the sewers now that I think about it, and it probably would have been a slightly safer, if slightly longer trek. Well, not necessarily longer, but... This is the Thorn. It's technically open, but I don't want to go in there. The only thing useful in there is actually the dinner bell, which is a... Oh, they changed the junk door. Cool. Dinner bell is the unique hunting shotgun. I don't think it actually has a unique texture. And now it's bright and sunny. Go figure. I don't think it's that guy. He doesn't have the hat on. I think he's just regular West Side Militia. Yes.
NCR took back Nelson.
The chap we're looking for, Dallas Courtright, will have a hat, and he will be leaning against the wall. Aha! I see you. Here we are. Let's save the game and talk to him and see if we can convince him to bugger off.
What can I do for you, citizen?
Oh, the voice. I should shoot you just for the voice. You've done a great job here, Sheriff, but your services are needed elsewhere.
Why, thank you. You know, I have made quite a difference here. There's plenty of other towns that need regulating. I should... you know what? Okay, 5 minutes. There we go. I feel better now. That voice will terrorize no one ever again. Wahahahaha. Ooh, I can take his pants. And his hatchet. I didn't want his hatchet. There we go. And teleporter. And away home. Teleporter home. The one thing I don't like about the teleporter is that it blinds you every time you pull the trigger. That was not the button I meant to click. Sorry about that. It's the one downside of the teleporter. You're so blinded that it decides to... And now we're gonna have to stop and wait. You know what? Let's go talk to Miguel at the pawn shop, if I can remember where that's at.
And that will give the teleporter time
Turn the
to...
light beam forward.
It's kind of fun. It does have its moments. I don't like West Side much because there's no street signs. There's no, hey, the thing you want is over here sign. You sort of end up wandering around watching your giant murder robot get stuck on a trash can until you find what you're looking for. No vacancy in the liquor store. This is, yep, Klamath Bob's liquor store. Klamath Bob, incidentally, is a reference to Fallout 2. Oh, over here. Fallout 2 had a town by the name of Klamath, which I believe I've been told is an actual town in California. Don't know, never been there. But it had a resident by the name of Bob who ran a store. So, Klamath Bob.
That sweetie sure is something.
Okay, whatever.
If you're down on your luck and need some caps, I buy just about anything. Of course, I've also got plenty of things for sale, too.
Oh, really? Show me what's for sale.
Of course.
Let's see. You have nothing here that I want. What else have you got? Neural command unit. Increases my robot capacity too as long as I wear a silly hat. No thank you. Robot spare parts. Let's see. Ooh, here we go, here we go. So, budget discussions. That's a Robco note. Cooling units are not a Robco thing. Let's see. Sunset Sarsaparilla internal memo. I think that's this Protectron snare. And no Mateba mods. We already have the note described Taggart. I like the fact that it recognizes that you already own that. You have a lot of caps here. Have some Legion money. And not my steady, thank you. You can have some NCR money. And then a couple grand worth of free war money. Oops, that's too much. Always the hard part is it's working out exactly how much money you have to give them to get all of their money. That's good enough. Won't leave them completely broke.
Give me a shout if you need anything else.
Goodbye. Yep, Protectron's gaze and walking coherent plasma. Alright. Yeah, phone's going off with an alarm. So if it makes any funny noise on the video, let me know. Okay, sorry, let's teleport home. And now we will very carefully teleport to custom location number 5, which is outside of Randall's shack. Wow, the teleporter is really loud. And I've got my headphones turned down so I can hear myself talking over the game. You guys all wait
Okay,
here.
boss. I'll just wait here, alone.
Oh, you're gonna go.
And you're going out to your shop.
Yeah,
I'm sure nothing will happen.
I love that. Let's break out a gun just in case. Aha, here we go. So, see that note there on the wall? That indicates Randall has been disappeared. And it means that there's going to be somebody who comes up behind us. Let's take the combat knife and read the note. Clarissa, Randall and Associates is finished. Your employer is dead. Javier will be with you shortly. Sincerely, the judge. And Javier
You found note. Good.
is a joke on the idiot
Do
from
you know why I'm here?
No Country for Old Men. What happened to Randall?
I buried him in the desert.
Yeah, that's pretty much the correct response.
Over here!
Ow!
You're a fucking coward.
Ow! Excuse me. You're the one who snuck up on me with a shotgun and I'm a coward? No thank you. What a jerk nut. Come on. Okay, so Randall's safe key, although why the safe key I don't know. And you can keep your ugly gambler suit. Search the safe for information on the judge. Can do. What's in the gun cabinet? Oh, Chinese. I'm gonna take his pistol. Yeah, quit your whining. Sweet revenge. I'm dead. And 150 rounds of 44 Magnum hollow point. Fantastic. So, what is the note? Because the quest is updated before I actually got to read it. Let's see, hang on. Alright, sorry about that. Dear Clarissa, if you're reading this, I'm probably dead or kidnapped. I haven't been forthright about recent developments in the business because I never wanted to get you mixed up in my BS, kid. Nonetheless, here we are. You're probably wondering who would kill me, and to be honest, I can only speculate. However, I'll offer the prognostication for my untimely demise. Recently, Randall and Associates has been cutting into the market share of Richter and Associates, a bounty hunting firm with a penchant for brutality. It is headed by a shadowy figure known simply as the Judge. I don't know much about the man, but I'm willing to bet he's the person who had me knocked off. I assume you've dealt with his assassin, the humorless Mr. Sugar. I've blown off the initial advances by the Judge's cronies, so it's only a matter of time before he uses force. I'm probably just being paranoid. No, you weren't. Anyway, if you're reading this, I want you to know you're the best bounty hunter I ever had the pleasure of working with. Although I'll never tell you as long as I'm alive. I want you to take all the caps, but there's something else. There's a .44 revolver in the safe that I call Sweet Revenge. It was manufactured a long time ago, well before the war. I swore I would never fire it until I found Marco, the man who butchered my family back east. You're all I've got left, kid, so take it. Better yet, take it and go kill the a-holes who put me in the ground. Cormac, the Judge's chief slave trader, is a liaison to the fiends. You find Cormac, you'll find your way to the Judge. Last I heard, he was shacked up with Violet. There's one last thing. Swear to me, here and now, that no matter what happens, you'll find Marco and kill him for me. And for me and everyone else he's taken from. I know the Judge is going to be in your crosshairs, but that was strictly business, and I came to accept such risks long ago. Know this, when Marco dies a violent, painful death, my soul will be at rest. Until that day, I'll do my best to haunt your ass. It was a privilege to work with you, kid. Remember, justice is truth in action. Let that guide you in the coming days. Sincerely, Stephen Randall. P.S. If you ever come across a marshal named Cooper, give him my regards. Okay. I think I do, actually. I think we'll meet him later on. But, let's go kill some fiends, shall we? Yes, we shall. Here now, the reason I didn't bring... Yeah, the reason I didn't bring Raoul and the robots is because Mr. Sugar's shotgun is stupendously overpowered. So, our quests are literally kill Cormac and inquire information about the Judge's whereabouts. That was one of the reasons I wanted to make sure I did 3-card bounty before doing this. Because if I did new 3-card bounty, Violet would still be there, and, well, Violet's kind of mean. I mean, homicidal rage type mean, but we can once more teleport to custom location number 4. The custom location number 5 will end up being the new bounty headquarters for New Vegas Bounties 2. But we don't even find out that that's a thing until the end of New Vegas Bounties 1. I have ready to activate, but do not have it yet installed. Okay, Vegas, stop stuttering, thank you. But have not yet installed New Vegas Bounties 3, because it was never properly linked to the others. So if I started it, it would actually start right now before I'd finished 1 and 2, and that just wouldn't be any help. But now we are out for revenge, with a capital R and a stutter. I have a capital R, New Vegas has the stutter. New Vegas is surprisingly good stutter. Let's see. We'll cut through the sharecropper farms again. I realize we just went this way heading after the last guy, which is rather amusing because we didn't have to kill that guy. We did because his voice was incredibly annoying, but we didn't have to, which leads us into New Vegas Bounties 2, where it's actually possible to not kill bounties. bring back whole people instead of just fingers. Although there's one where I don't necessarily agree with the inability to bring back just a finger from a live bounty, and you'll see why when we get to him. But yeah, it's just the sort of thing that you would have thought he'd have remembered to write in. He was so careful about making sure everything else was an option that he didn't do that. And so it stands out. Is this the... that's sunset... No, that's... Okay, that's sunset, and then... Right, this should be the way to go.
Keep it quiet. Unless my knees give us away.
There we go. Yeah, golf clubs don't fare well against people with bullets. Let's reload that. There should be some more fiends in here, but Raoul got her. Oops. Okay, get the next guy. Ow. You know, I will thank you people to shoot a little bit faster. Raoul, do you need a bigger gun there? Yeah, I know I'm in danger, which means, ow. Highwaymen? More shooting. There we gotcha. I'm using JHP. That's probably why I'm having such an issue. Ah! I hate when it does that. Speed Warrior helmet, Blastmaster armor. Yeah, Sweet Revenge is kind of a cool pistol, but unlike certain other people, Gopher, I'm not going to use it as my primary weapon. I'm going to save it for a special occasion, and by which I mean when we get a chance to shoot Marco in the face, because it's well deserved. Ah, you had a 44 Magnum. That's not surprising, because ow, that hurt. I'm over encumbered, which is also not a surprise because, well, I can't stop looting things, even when I really, really should. Plasma rifles. Fortunately, Highwayman is stupendously strong, and I can give him all my junk to carry. So, we need to get around the back side of this, and get to... I'm trying to remember, I think this is a better way to go. We could cut through the ruins. We could also not be suicidally stupid. There's New Vegas Steel, which we've been to. That's why we have our hyper-frequency emitter, if you don't remember. I know I did that at the beginning of the Dead Money Let's Play, and not everybody watched Vegas. Stop with that kind of nonsense. I think those stutters are actually the... I think that's the automatic PCB kicking in, but it also appears as though Vegas may have crashed, but it hasn't broken yet. And so here I am sitting at a frozen screen with an annoying sound in the background, hoping that... There we go. Now it's unfrozen. I don't know what that was about. There's one problem with Route Code Certified. The annoying sounds in the background are really annoying. It keeps... Well, that'll teach you to turn around and try and shoot at me, won't it? That guy's got a way too big of a gun for me to want to engage him head on. Then again, bullets apply directly to the forehead. You can please die. You have a Tesla cannon. I
hate the Tesla cannon, especially when it's being shot at me. I hate it because... I hate it when I'm shooting it, because it sucks. I hate when they're shooting it because it hurts way more when they're shooting it at me. Okay. Let's move in quickly here. I will take all of your ammunition. Aha! Fortunately, we managed to... Yeah, broke his Tesla cannon, but he managed to pick up this guy's shotgun. Not really a brilliant situation to be in. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go hand to hand with the giant murder robot. That's healthy. Oh, you had a flamer pistol. Didn't do you any good, did it? No, it did not. You had a laser RCW. If I had shot you in the face, that probably would have done you a little bit more good, but I'm guessing not nearly enough. Shot somebody over here who appears to have had a bad case of... Oh, that's Driver Neffy. Never mind. Neffy, whatever. He's dead now. So it really doesn't make a difference, does it? I'm feeling that the brush gun isn't quite a powerhouse I remember it being. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. Because I may switch back to the sniper rifle. I don't think what I'm saving on ammo weight is worth the amount of ammo I have to shoot at a target to. Goodbye. Yeah, anyway, that I have to spend actually killing what I'm shooting at. No, nobody wants regular shotgun shells. Regular shotgun shells suck. I mean, they suck like Aquaman, and no one sucks quite as bad as Aquaman. Let's go over here and check and make sure that these guys haven't respawned again before we get caught up trying to loot Cormac. Hello. Ammunition. And a Phantoma, and Fixer, and Highwayman. You need to carry stuff because I'm overloaded again. If you're sensing a theme about me being overloaded, yeah, very funny. Let's see. Where am I hit? Okay, Cormac's body was up here. Fortunately, none of the dogs respawned either, which is always nice. He's over here. Ha! Made it. Tried to jump and failed, and still made it across. Alright. 5.56 stim packs, frag grenades. Map to Judge's bunker, and a note. Well, this does not promises to not be a good thing. Another batch. Judge, finally caught a break. Next month we should get a shipment of slaves for discount rates. NCR's present jacks up overhead, but there's still plenty of room for profit. Luckily, these fiends only ask for drugs. All Violet needs is me. I'm a little worried about Clarissa, seeing as to how nobody has taken down Randall's little protege yet. I know Javier is a scary SOB, but I don't think that kid is screwing around. I'm not questioning you, but I want to make sure our interests are protected. Anyway, I'll pull one boy out of the patch before he was instructed. You like him with red hair, right? He ain't gonna like this redhead. I'm holding on to that map you sent, but I'll make sure that the messenger destroys it after delivering the shipment next month. Yeah. Balls. Highwayman! I need you to carry stuff. Like now. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is teleport home, and this time definitely I have to rearm, because this is going to be one nasty bit of business, and I am going to get lost in the mountains. I always get lost in the mountains, and yeah, this time I get to do it on camera. Yay me! All right, so that's not the trigger thingy I want. There we go, teleportation device. So, teleport home, and I will see you in the next one, where we're off to kill the judge. Yay.